Hey, what's up? It is Steve Maeda from theredmole.com, The Sexual Life, and I have a question on the 21 Convention website. All right, so I'm going to read this out to you. It's from Jonas. I know a Jonas. The stack for a guy named Jonas, but I don't think it's the same guy because there's a lot of Jonases in Sweden and in Scandinavia in general, but not in America. Maybe. It says, hey, so my situation is this. I go to the university and my A game is waterproof as a frog's ass, as someone said at the convention. Many girls are swiveling around me. That is, attraction for me shifts from 6 to 10. Francis Adams. The bad part is I feel that I run around serial opening people. Adam Lyons, so that's an Adam Lyons reference. This guy has a lot of references, good stuff. I pretty much have every girl's number there that is worth having. Man! I don't even know if I can relate to that. I can't relate to that, but they're flaky. All right. Furthermore, I caught one-itis for this girl, and that is already in a relationship at school, and unfortunately, my self-concept is tied to how many women I got. All right, so the question is, I can't really establish an LTR, long-term relationship, because I shift from being super nerdy for validation. Wow. Or super needy, I'm sorry for validation, I can't read. To completely non-reactive, dependent on my interactions with this one-itis. How should I invest time? Because now I'm losing every girl I attract and stealing my classmate's girlfriend, or being persistent and comfort building with just another girl. Okay, so this is a question that is awesome. This is a question, what do you want with your life? All right, the pickup community doesn't give you an answer for what you want with your life. And what's happening here is you're looking for an answer that's going to be, technical, and you're going to see a lot of guys speak who are going to be great, and you can take a lot out of their speeches, but they're going to give you an answer on a technique for getting attention, for being more social, is not a technique for you to better your life, all right, of what you really want. It will be part of, or will be one of the rungs on the ladder that you're going to have to climb. And so what you got to do is you got to figure out what it is you want. Now, look, for me, it took me a long time, and perfect example is I could have the technique to be able to get laid, the technique to be able to meet whatever women. And in terms of SNL, Same Night Lays, which everybody wants, I was able to do that. Then I'm crazy enough to be able to pull off multiple long-term relationships and have those people all be in an environment with me that all know about it, and have it go for a pretty decent amount of time. And there's stuff beyond that, all right? But none of that actually defined what was making me want to see those women. And that was the core issue would be I wanted women to feel attracted to me, sexually, me. Not a routine, not something that I was making up, not just some surface level, I can do this thing and make women laugh and get attention and get their phone number that may or may not stick. It was that I wanted them to desire me, I wanted them to be aroused by me, and not that other thing, all right? So what does that take? That actually takes me showing myself and being okay with my core values. Now, something the community does not tell you is that, in fact, they're completely unaware of it, and this is also why I should see Jason Savage's speech, because it's weird, because him and I were friends, we've done a lot of stuff together, but we don't really talk about pickup theory ever, and he doesn't really know what I mean, he gets the gist of it, but he doesn't know the details, and I don't know the details of him, but we say the same thing, and his speech actually points it out in some amazing ways. But the pickup community gives you this answer of how to do this social to sexual, and you'll see it on his speech, and I'm kind of ripping off his shit right now, but the social to sexual is an inefficient way to move. The social to seductive is flirting, the seductive to sexual is more of where you want to be. And if you're going to be a seducer, if you're going to be a pickup artist, you're going to be reliant on technique. And to go from socializing to my ideal, which is sexual, or whatever your ideal is up here, whatever it is you want, and I can guarantee you it's not just for girls to smile at you and give you their number, it's to have an experience with her. In order to go from that, there needs to be a level where you show yourself, where you show who you are, all right? And what I would actually recommend for you to do is the same thing I'm kind of recommending for a lot of the people that I'm working with live in Austin right now, is to write down one thing you're super curious about women, all right? Super curious, like what is it you're attracted to? What makes you have a sexual urge towards men? What is it that, at what point do you know that this guy isn't just good looking, but he's somebody that I would actually like want to spend time with and share a part of my emotion with? It's something that you're curious about with him. You know, and those are things that I'm curious about constantly. And then think about one thing that you are uncomfortable bringing up around women. So it could be that you're too short. I mean, I'm short, all right? It could be a bad family life. It could be that you haven't had a lot of experience with women. It could be that you, Jonas, have a lot of experience with getting attention from women, but at the same time, despite all of that extra attention, you don't feel fulfilled, all right? And you're gonna bring those two things up in an opener to them. So, perfect example, and this is why you should check out stuff on my site, because it's doing shit like in the daytime, or where people said it was impossible, like this, all right? And it's real easy and it works. You would say something like this: hey, look, I wanna know something. And this is where we're getting away from that social, you know, we're not being ourselves, the pickup artist mentality, and we're moving into something which is core, more of us, more of who we are. And that could be a seducer, that could not. But you're gonna say an opener, or not even an opener, but I would actually take the pickup out of it for now. Don't worry about your results, because you will actually get them. Don't worry about seducing that person, and ask questions that you're curious about and say, hey, look, you know, I wanted to know what women are really attracted to. And it's kind of weird, you know, and you can even say, I saw this American guy was talking about how to attract women, and look, basically, I want to know what women are truly attracted to, and not just liking a sense of humor, or not just liking, you know, a certain body type or a checklist of a guy, but what makes you, you know, really like him. And the reason why I'm asking is because, look, I know a lot of women. I get a lot of numbers from women or whatever, and I tend to get a lot of attention from them, but it's not fulfilling to me. It's not the attention you want. And you're probably an attractive girl, and you probably attract a lot of attention from men. However, at the same time, does that define you as a woman? You know, and wait for an answer that is not pickup related. Wait for an answer that actually is real from them, and press for it. Like you're a journalist, press for it. And what is going to happen is you're going to start building your beliefs of what women really want. And in talking about it in that amazing human process, that human connection of being equals, not being better, not playing value, not being any of this crap that the pickup community says is necessary for you to achieve attraction, you know, I wonder if, I don't know, anyway. But what's going to happen is you are actually going to reshape your beliefs, and you're going to reshape you, and you're going to gain an idea of sexual confidence. So look, Jonas, here's what I would do for you, and what I would say is I would go around and ask at least 5 girls this week and get a real answer. Not just like, well, what are you attracted to? And if they say, well, tall, human, it's like, no, not that, but actually, what is it that switches in you that makes you feel fulfilled by a man or completed by a man? Like real questions that you wonder about. And then bring up that flaw, or not the flaw, but the thing you're uncomfortable about, and say, hey, look, see, the reason why I ask is I get a lot of attention from women, but I feel unfulfilled. You know, and what's going to happen is you're going to, man, it's a spiritual experience. And living a life of a seducer, much better than a pickup artist, because as a pickup artist, you're defining yourself by a checklist made by a bunch of guys online who probably don't get any results. And a seducer, look, it's an experience, an interaction that is defined by you interacting with that woman. So hopefully that was helpful. And look, go to my site, redmall.com, sign up on my list, and email me, and stay interactive, and let's keep this thing going. All right? Have fun in Sweden. It's hot in Texas. All right, talk to you later.